Today we're going to go over 7 tools to help you create better content and grow your YouTube channel. Basically 7 different categories, and then within those categories I'll give you a few different options. Most of the tools we talk about today are free or at least have a free version, and then there's a few that are only paid. I'll basically point out as we go along which ones are free, which ones have a free version, and which ones are only paid. Category 1, keyword research tool. So if you've seen any of our other videos on tips, our YouTube SEO video, the last video we put up on how we grew our Spanish channel to 200,000 subs, basically for all of our channels, half or more of the views come from search. So for us, search is the most important thing of creating content that shows up day in and day out in search results. We use 2 tools for this, and both of which you can get started and use the free version. The first is vidIQ. We're using the free version currently. You can sign up for an account, add the Chrome plugin, and then when you're on YouTube, basically what happens is you put something into search, and then along the side of the search results, you'll see the competition and the volume for the search phrase, and it gives it a ranking. You can see the top creators creating content for that search, as well as some other suggested search terms. And then while you're viewing any video on YouTube, vidIQ is going to show you how many views per hour the video is getting, how fast the channel's growing, where the channel's from, and the most important thing is the tags used for that video. If the video is actually showing up in search results for certain different phrases that they have as tags, it'll put a little number next to it that says like number 4 for, Canva tutorial. So that means if you type in Canva tutorial, usually that video ranks number 4. So this is good to find kind of related search phrases to whatever you want to create content about. So you can see all the tags of other videos. What are some of the kind of related topics that other people are putting in as tags? And so this is a great tool to give you ideas for topics for your videos. The second tool we use is called Ahrefs. So we use the premium version for Ahrefs because we use it for both Google SEO as well as YouTube SEO. But you can get started with the YouTube keyword tool and basically put something into the search bar, choose the country that you want to see the results for, and then it's going to give you the search results per month for that specific phrase, and then give you a whole laundry list of related search phrases. Basically for all of our videos, we try to create content that is evergreen, that people are searching for day in and day out, so our videos show up in search results and our channels continue to grow. Category 2, editing software. So I imagine you don't just record the video, put it up on YouTube, and publish it. There's a lot of work that goes in between the recording and then getting it on YouTube, which is the editing piece. So adding music, adding sound effects, adding B-roll, adding graphics, a bunch of other things that you all do within the editing software. So there's a ton of options here, and I'm not trying to sell you on a specific one. So Diego, who usually edits my videos, uses Premiere Pro. It is not the cheapest option or the easiest to use. You end up paying for it monthly, but it's probably one of the most powerful options, and there's just a boatload of tutorials online if you're looking how to use it. So it's a really good option for more intermediate or advanced editors. The opposite end of the spectrum would be iMovie. So actually the last video on this channel, I edited myself with iMovie. The thing with iMovie, it's great that it's free, but I always run into roadblocks trying to create content with iMovie. I'm like, I want to do this, or can I show a picture in a picture in this, or do this and move this in a certain way or whatever. And usually the answer is no. And so what happens, I have to kind of jerry-rig something that's good enough so that I can publish the video. So iMovie is great to get started. It's really simple and easy to figure out, but it does have its drawbacks as far as the complexity of things that you can do with it. If you're looking for something more advanced but don't want to spend an arm and a leg, I would check out DaVinci Resolve. So I'm currently using the free version of DaVinci Resolve. I created this subscriber animation button video using DaVinci Resolve. There's a ton of things you can do within the software. Actually, movie studios end up using DaVinci Resolve for primarily color grading and color editing, but the video editing software is really, really powerful, and more people are switching to the platform. The thing is, there's going to be more of a learning curve with DaVinci Resolve. It's not as simple as iMovie, but you're not going to be hindered by what you're able to do with the software once you learn how to use it. The important thing with editing software is to have something that does what you want it to do, but it's not too complex to like, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't figure out how to make the changes I want, and I have to spend 2 hours watching tutorial videos to do anything with it. So my recommendation is probably start out with something simple like iMovie, so you can put videos together and not have to think about it much, have content ready for YouTube. As you want to do stuff that's a little bit more advanced, check out some of the other options out there. Category 3, graphic design. So it's really important to understand the basics of graphic design to be successful on YouTube. So you have your thumbnail, your logo, your YouTube banner. graphics in your video, things like that. And so having a basic graphic design tool is really, really important. So obviously if you want to get really advanced and use, Photoshop, Illustrator, things like that from Adobe, we just use Canva. Most of the times you can get by with a free version of Canva. The one major thing for us that you can't do is remove the background. So we always take a picture here, I remove the background, and we put our blue color up for all of our thumbnails, let's say. So you can't do that with the free version of Canva. I have a whole video that I'll link to up above and in the description showing you how to remove the background using other tools. But that's one of the great things if you do have Canva Pro is you can do everything within the same software. Also with our affiliate link for Canva, you can get 45 free days to try out Canva Pro to decide if it's worth the investment of I think $12 or $13 a month, or if you can get by with a free version. I'll put a link to that down below in the description as well. But hands down, the easiest tool to use is Canva versus kind of Photoshop or something like that. But definitely invest time in understanding good graphic design, creating great thumbnails and things like that if you want to be successful on YouTube. Category 4, music and sound effects. So by adding music and sound effects to your videos, you can definitely make it more dynamic and engaging. The YouTube audio library has a bunch of free options when you're just getting started. So if you go to youtube.com/audio library, you can find a bunch of stuff there. The one thing, if you spend a bunch of time on YouTube, you'll definitely hear those songs and sound effects quite frequently. If you're looking for a larger audio library with more options and ability to kind of search by genre, mood, and things like that, we use Epidemic Sound. So Epidemic Sound doesn't have a free version. So we have the commercial plan for Epidemic Sound because we can use it across all of our channels as well as for client work. They do have a personal account, which I think is $15 a month. They're $144 for a year. But there's, I don't know, thousands and thousands of different options for songs and sound effects. So if that's something you're looking to add to your videos, it's worth checking out. Definitely look at how you can incorporate music and sound effects into your videos. It'll definitely bring your content to the next level, keeping people engaged and watching it longer. Category 5, live streaming software. So on Facebook, Instagram, and some other platforms, you can just go live within the platform. On YouTube, unfortunately, you need to use an external software. So I haven't gone live yet on this channel yet. Our Spanish channel, we've been doing a weekly live for 2 months now. We started out using OBS, which is a free software. We were having some issues though with getting the audio and the video to line up. And so if you see the video, you see someone's mouth talking and then the audio a second later, it's kind of distracting. Just last week, we tried out StreamYard. StreamYard has a free plan that has their logo watermark on it. We tried out kind of their intermediate plan, I think, which is $20 a month. And then they have like a higher end plan that's recorded at 1080p that I think is $40 a month. But Livestream is really, really powerful for YouTube. One, it lets you interact live with your audience. You're gonna have a lot more people, interacting with you during the chat. But then the thing is with the repetition of those videos. So we have a live that we did in November. I think that live has 3,000 or 4,000 hours of watch time. So it basically could monetize a YouTube channel because, generally longer content does really, really well. And so if you went live, we did one talking about Instagram, and then that is shown to, several thousand people afterwards. And the average view duration is around 10 minutes. So going live is great in the moment, talking to your audience, and then also having that longer content that lives on your channel can help you rack up a lot of watch time. Category 6, screen recording. So if you've watched almost any of our videos, I would say 2/3 or more involve some type of screen recording. So that could be how to build a website, how to use MailChimp, how to create your YouTube banner or thumbnail or whatever it is. You are seeing me explaining something and you're seeing my screen. So we use Screencastify. You can use the free version and record videos up to 5 minutes. If you want to record unlimited videos, I know some of my videos get kind of long. We needed something a little bit longer than that. The paid plan, I think, is $50 for the year. One of the important things here is if you want to create more engaging videos, we recommend showing yourself as well as your screen. So a lot of times recently I've been using my camera to do that. But if you want to do it all together, you can use something like Screencastify where you can use your computer's webcam, record your screen, and get the audio all captured all together at once. But if you create educational content like we do, being able to record your screen is really, really important. Category 7, email marketing. So email is one of the most powerful tools for our business and probably one of the most profitable. So we've grown our email list for our Spanish channel to over 30,000 people in a little over a year. We have a video that I'll link to up above that kind of explains that process, but that's not going to help you make better YouTube content, but it can help you grow on YouTube and help you create a bigger, closer relationship with your audience. YouTube is rented space. I hate to say it. So you could get kicked off of YouTube. YouTube could somehow be shut down someday. And how would you stay in touch with your audience if that happened? So what we do is create valuable content, such as our YouTube masterclass that I'll link to down below, where someone can sign up for something of value in exchange for their email. And so by creating content like that, you're getting people off of YouTube, getting their email address, and you can stay in touch with them no matter what. The way that'll help you grow on YouTube is the fact that you can send them notification email, say once a week, about your new content. So our Spanish channel has 30,000 email subscribers. When we send out a weekly email with our latest videos, we're getting a couple hundred extra views on our videos because of email. Also, YouTube loves external traffic. So if you can take someone that was doing something else, send them an email and bring them to YouTube, YouTube is going to promote your videos more because you're taking those people to YouTube where YouTube can show them more ads and help YouTube and yourself, if you have a monetized channel, make more money. So definitely think about how you can get started with email marketing, grow your email list through YouTube, and then how to use it to push people back to grow your channel. So we have a couple of tutorials about email marketing, one for ConvertKit and one for MailChimp. We end up using ConvertKit. MailChimp is great too. Both you can get started with for free. I'll link to those videos down below so you can learn more on how to get started. So if you're curious of the gear that we're using to record our videos, I'll link to a couple of videos along the side right here. Hope to see you in those in future videos. Bye-bye.